Winning the 2026 World Cup comes with a $50 million prize, the biggest payout in tournament history. But here's the crazy part. That's only a fraction of what the champions could actually make. Once you factor in bonuses, sponsorships, and everything that comes with lifting the trophy, the real number becomes a lot bigger. Let me break it down. FIFA has officially set the total financial distribution for the 2026 World Cup at $871 million. Say that number out loud. $871 million for a football tournament. And right at the top of that pile sits the prize that every team on the planet is chasing right now. $50 million for the champions. This is the largest payout in World Cup history, surpassing Argentina's $42 million win at Qatar 2022. And that 4-year jump from 42 to 50 million is not a small step. The 2022 to 2026 increase of $8 million for the champion is the largest ever dollar jump between tournaments. Now here's the thing, the way FIFA builds this prize structure is worth understanding because it tells you a lot about who actually gets rich off this tournament and who just walks away with enough to feel good about the trip. Each team receives one fixed payment based solely on the round in which they are eliminated, not a cumulative total across stages, so there's no stacking. You don't get your group stage money plus your round of 16 money. You get one check, and its size depends on how far you go. The further you go, the bigger that single payment gets. Here's the full ladder. Champions take $50 million. Runners-up earn $33 million. Third place earns $29 million. Fourth place collects $27 million. Teams that reach the quarterfinals earn $19 million. The round of 16 pays $15 million. The new round of 32, which is a brand new stage, pays $11 million. And teams that go out in the group stage still collect $9 million. That group stage floor is important. Every nation that qualifies is guaranteed a payout, with all 48 participating countries receiving compensation regardless of performance. Even the team that finishes dead last in their group, they still leave with $9 million. That's a number that would have been the entire prize pool for a World Cup. And on top of that, the $2.5 million preparation fee is paid to all 48 teams. So before your squad even lands in North America, you're already $2.5 million richer. A total of 48 teams will compete, featuring 104 matches for the first time. More games means more stakes at every single round. The new round of 32 block alone, 16 teams each earning $11 million, represents the single largest payout block in the entire structure. That's $176 million. Since FIFA began making prize money public, the total amount has grown from $2.2 million to Italy at the 1982 World Cup to the $50 million set aside for this July. That's a journey of over 40 years, and the acceleration in recent cycles has been staggering. The FIFA World Cup prize pool grew from $40 million in 2002 to $655 million in 2026, a 1,538% increase. The FIFA Council approved a 65% increase from the $440 million, distributed at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. That's not a marginal bump. That's almost doubling the entire thing in 4 years. And it's not just because FIFA is feeling generous. $50 million for winning a football tournament. In a country, actually 3 countries, where football is still finding its feet. When FIFA hands over that $50 million check, it doesn't go to Kylian Mbappe. It doesn't go to Erling Haaland or Vinicius Jr. or whoever ends up lifting that trophy. The money doesn't land in any player's bank account. Not directly, not immediately, and not automatically. Players do not receive direct payments from FIFA for participating in the 2026 World Cup, as the prize money is awarded to national federations, not individuals. So the French Football Federation receives the money. The Spanish Football Federation receives the money. The Brazilian Football Confederation. Whatever association represents the winning nation, they get the wire transfer. It is then up to each federation to decide how that money is allocated, including whether players receive appearance fees, performance bonuses, or other forms of compensation. The structure varies significantly from country to country. Some federations pay players for every match they feature in, while others offer bonuses linked to progression through the tournament. That opacity is actually one of the more fascinating parts of this whole machine. You've got a $50 million check sitting in one account, and the players who earned it have no legal guarantee of how much they'll personally see. The typical player share ranges from 20% to 30% of the total. If we apply that range to the $50 million, you're looking at between $10 and $15 million. One of the best-known examples comes from Spain. During the 2022 World Cup, the Royal Spanish Football Federation reportedly agreed to pay players $25,200 per match. If Spain were to win the 2026 World Cup, each player could earn more than $600,000. Many federations also establish milestone bonuses before the tournament starts. Players may earn additional payments for reaching the round of 16, quarterfinals, or final. The remaining funds are used for football development within the country. The money cycles back into youth academies, coaching programs, and infrastructure. Now here's where the story gets genuinely complicated. The club billions nobody talks about. FIFA separately operates a club benefits program that compensates professional clubs. For 2026, FIFA has confirmed a total of $355 million going directly to clubs. On top of the prize money, the logic is simple. When a World Cup kicks off, clubs essentially lose those players for weeks. Real Madrid might lose 10 players. Manchester City might lose 16. The club benefits program is FIFA's way of saying, we see that cost. A total of $100 million has been reserved for clubs that released players for qualifiers. The anticipated benefit stands at approximately $2,360 per player per match. A further $250 million is to be distributed during the final tournament itself. The minimum expected return is approximately $5.00 per player per day. Manchester City topped the table for the most money earned in 2022, sending 16 players. They earned a hefty $4.6 million for their troubles. And that was the old structure. Clubs now get paid for players released for qualifiers, even if they don't make the tournament. That means a player's appearances for England could benefit multiple clubs with compensation. There is now compensation for clubs from all 6 FIFA confederations: Asia, Africa, North and Central America, South America, Oceania, and Europe. This is a significant change from before, when only clubs that released players for the final tournament were compensated. So for the first time in this program's history, a club in rural Japan, a team in West Africa, a lower division side in Central America, if their player featured in a qualifier, they're getting a cut. This marks a first for the program and aims to support a wider range of clubs, including those in Africa, Asia, and smaller leagues. The total financial footprint of the 2026 World Cup, when you stack the prize money, the preparation fees, and the club benefits program together, goes well past $1 billion. It's not just a tournament, it's one of the single largest wealth transfer events in the history of professional sport, and the ripple effects touch clubs and federations on every continent. To understand why the 2026 prize pool is what it is, you have to understand what FIFA built and where the money is actually coming from. Because this didn't happen by accident. It was engineered. And the decisions that led to these numbers were made years ago. Start with the most fundamental change: the expansion to 48 teams. For the first time ever, 48 nations will participate in the event, expanding from the previous 32-team format. The expanded field has led to the introduction of a new round of 32, giving more countries an opportunity to compete on football's biggest stage. More teams means more games. A total of 104 matches will be played across 16 host cities, compared to 64 at the previous tournament. That's 40 additional games. 40 additional broadcasting slots, 40 more sponsorship windows, 40 more ticket revenues. Every extra match is money. And then there's the venue. The choice to host this tournament across the United States, Canada, and Mexico wasn't just logistical, it was commercial. The US market, the largest advertising economy on Earth, was always going to unlock a level of broadcasting and sponsorship money that previous hosts simply couldn't match. The prize pool trajectory from 2002 to 2026 is one of the clearest illustrations of FIFA's commercialization over 24 years. The shift from outsourcing to direct ownership, the expansion to 48 teams adding commercial scale, and the US market premium have collectively created the conditions for a prize pool that was unimaginable in 2002. Approval from the FIFA Council for the record-breaking payout comes after the organization previously released a revised budget for the 4-year period that includes a projected $13 billion in total revenue. From 2023 to 2026, $13 billion. The prize money, as record-breaking as it is, represents a fraction of what FIFA expects to take in. This is a business operating at a scale that most corporations can only dream of. Now, not all of the revenue conversation has been clean. The build-up to the 2026 World Cup has been overshadowed by controversy over ticket prices, with FIFA forced to cut prices for a small number of tickets due to a backlash from supporters across the globe. The increased prize money is built in part on the dramatic increase in ticket prices for the 2026 World Cup. Ticket prices released by FIFA for the tournament were, on average, 174% higher than projected in the official bid book submitted back in 2018. FIFA announced it was reducing the cost for certain tickets down to $60 amid fan response to the initial high prices. So the system that funds these record payouts is, in part, built on ticket prices that pushed fans to the edge of their budgets. The record prize pool and the backlash over affordability exist in the same breath. That tension between FIFA's commercial ambitions and the grassroots supporters, who make the whole thing worth watching, runs right through the heart of this tournament. And there's another comparison worth making, one that actually made FIFA look bad in the process. The $50 million prize for the World Cup winner is still less than half of what was on offer at the much less hyped FIFA Club World Cup earlier this year. The FIFA Club World Cup, which was controversially expanded from 7 teams to 32 and shoehorned into the football calendar, had a total prize fund of $1 billion. The prize for the winning team was worth up to $125 million for a tournament that faced fierce resistance from players and leagues and drew sparse crowds for some matches. That Club World Cup was won by Chelsea. Chelsea won $125 million. The winner of this tournament, the actual World Cup, the one with 3.5 billion viewers, the one that stops the planet, will earn $50 million. The financial logic is, at least in part, explained by the different cost structures. Between clubs and national teams, FIFA has a different distribution model for the two tournaments, with the disparity in prize money reflecting factors such as clubs overseeing much higher costs through wages than national teams. But it still makes for uncomfortable optics. What FIFA has done, despite those optics, is build a prize structure that reaches further down the bracket than ever before. Every team gets paid, the floor has risen, and the clubs that supply the talent get compensated too. The whole financial architecture has been rebuilt for scale. So let's put it all together. What does winning the 2026 World Cup actually mean in dollars and cents for every party involved? Start with the federation. They pocket $50 million from FIFA, the most any World Cup winner has ever received, including preparation and qualification payments. The champion's total FIFA payout could reach approximately $53.5 million. That's the base. That's what lands in the federation account before they decide what to do with any of it. Then the federation takes that money and, based on whatever deal they struck with their players before the tournament started, distributes a portion as player bonuses. Since FIFA will award $50 million to the 2026 World Cup champions, the winning squad will likely have access to the largest player bonus pool in the history of the tournament. What that looks like on a per-player basis depends entirely on the federation, but we've seen that even conservative estimates put individual players in the range of hundreds of thousands of dollars from the tournament payout alone. And that's before you count what happens to those players commercially. Because winning the World Cup doesn't just earn you the prize money, it changes your value in the market permanently. Endorsement deals expand, boot contracts get renegotiated. Clubs start circling with transfer bids. The player who scores the winning goal in the final at MetLife Stadium this July, whoever that turns out to be, is going to see their commercial value spike in a way that makes the bonus payment look like a rounding error. For the clubs, the math is running on a completely separate track. The FIFA Club Benefits Program works by distributing a fixed pool of money to clubs based on how many days their players spend on international duty during the World Cup. The total fund is divided by the total number of player days in the tournament, creating a standardized per-player daily value. The clubs whose players go deepest in the tournament collect the most, because more days means more payment. So if a club has 5 players in the final, those players have been in the tournament for over 5 weeks, and the club has been accumulating payment for every one of those days. Big European clubs like Manchester City, Real Madrid, and Barcelona historically received the largest shares due to their concentration of international talent. But the expanded program means this isn't exclusively a European story anymore. The 2026 expansion will spread funds to thousands of clubs globally. A club in Senegal, in Mexico, in South Korea, if their player featured in a qualifier, they're getting paid. That's genuinely new, and it matters for the economics of football at a global level. Now zoom out even further. What does the winning nation get beyond the money? The commercial infrastructure that surrounds World Cup success is enormous. Countries that win the tournament see spikes in football participation, in kit sales, in domestic league viewership, in broadcasting revenues. The investment in youth development that gets seeded by the prize money. Associations that reach the quarterfinals or beyond frequently announce post-tournament investment plans for coaching education, youth academies, and facility upgrades. Pays dividends for a generation. And here's the grand total. When you look at the whole ecosystem this tournament sets in motion, FIFA has officially set the total financial distribution for the 2026 World Cup at $871 million, including $655 million in performance-based prize money, $120 million in preparation fees, and additional qualification payments. Layer on the $355 million club benefits program, and you're looking at well over $1 billion flowing through the global football economy. Because of this single tournament, the 2026 World Cup champions will receive $50 million in prize money. That's the answer to the question in the title. But it's also the least interesting part of the answer, because the winner doesn't just earn $50 million in a check from FIFA. They earn it across a layered, interlocking financial system that pays federations, pays clubs, pays coaches and support staff, seeds future investment, reshapes commercial values, and sends money ricocheting through football economies on every continent. The $871 million total distribution is 65% larger than what was handed out at Qatar 2022. In 4 years, the scale of this thing has been completely transformed. Even the group stage losers, the teams that finish 48th out of 48, walk away with $9 million. The floor of the entire tournament has moved to a place that would have been the ceiling not long ago. The Club Benefits Program alone distributes $355 million to clubs whose players are released for World Cup duty, a 70% jump from the $209 million paid out after 2022. And for the first time ever covering qualifier matches, not just the tournament itself, FIFA expects far more than the 440 clubs that received payments in 2022 to be in line for compensation this time around. So what does the 2026 World Cup winner actually earn? $50 million from FIFA, yes, but also the endorsement windfall that follows, the transfer value spike, the federation bonus built on negotiations done months before anyone kicked a ball, the clubs in the background collecting per diem payments for every day their stars were on the pitch, the youth academies that'll be funded by the prize money for the next decade, the hosting cities that'll see their football infrastructure transformed. The trophy is a piece of gold. What comes with it is an entirely different economy. 2026 World Cup prize money. How much each team earns at FIFA World Cup 2026 FanDuel Research, FIFA World Cup 2026 prize money, full breakdown of the $871 million prize pool, Bleep Finance. FIFA World Cup prize money and payout breakdown for 2026 tournament, Yahoo Sports. How much does the World Cup winner earn? NBC, New York. FIFA World Cup 2026 winners prize money doubles to $50 million, Al Jazeera. FIFA announces 2026 World Cup winner to receive record $50 million in prize money, AOL, AP. 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup reveals. Historic prize money pool up 50% from 2022, Bleacher Report. World Cup 2026 prize money complete purse and earnings info for FIFA tournament, Bleacher Report. FIFA World Cup total prize pool 2000 and 2026, $40 million to $655 million, Business Tats. Do World Cup players receive payment? A look at FIFA's compensation structure, MSN. Do players who participate at the World Cup get paid? Bolavip US. How much will FIFA World Cup 2026 winners earn? Prize money, player bonuses, and club payments explained. MSN India. How much do footballers get paid to play in the FIFA World Cup? Bet Brothers. World Cup prize money breakdown. The $871 million purse explained. All about football. Record $355 million payout for clubs as FIFA expands World Cup benefits, Athlon Sports. FIFA to pay clubs who release players for 26 WC qualifiers, ESPN. How much money FIFA pays clubs for players at the 2026 World Cup, Give Me Sport. How much money do clubs get from FIFA for having a player participating at the 2026 World Cup? Bolavip US. Landmark Club Benefits Program. FIFA World Cup 2026. FIFA official. FIFA announces $355 million World Cup Club Benefit Scheme. Gulf News. FIFA Club Benefits Program 2026. How clubs will earn up to $750,000 per player, the Sportscast. FIFA set to launch massive compensation scheme for clubs, Alexa Engi. Club Benefits Program?